I want to introduce you today to someone known as Le Corbusier. He is known as Le Corbusier. That is how you pronounce his name. It's not Corbusier. Trust me, I remember my freshman year I had a presentation on Le Corbusier and I said Le Corbusier and everyone laughed at me. Le Corbusier is considered one of the most important, if not the most important, architects of the modern age. He has shaped all perceptions of modern architecture today, and when you analyze Corb's work, you are only in awe with how prolific he was as an architect and an architectural theorist. He is the person and the driving force that pushed architecture forward into modernity. Background. Born Charles Adard Gris on October 6, 1887, he was surrounded by art and music at a young age. At age 13, he learned the art of engraving watch faces and was taught art history and drawing, like an apprenticeship under Le Platonnier. I apologize if I said that wrong. He also insisted that his pupil Corb should study architecture. In 1907, Corb designed his first house. He was only 20. He also took various trips through Central Europe and the Mediterranean, including Italy, Vienna, and Paris. During his travels, he worked with several architects. He also worked with the structural rationalist Auguste Perret, who advocated and pioneered for the usage of reinforced concrete in construction. The usage of reinforced concrete was a material staple in all of Corb's designs. During his early travels, Corb made discoveries and conclusions that will later influence his mindset and architectural style. He noted the classical proportion present in Renaissance architecture. He also noted geometric forms and the usage of landscapes as an architectural tool was essential. In 1912, he designed a series of villas and began to theorize the use of reinforced concrete as a structural frame. This was a very modern technique. Now, why is he important? Le Corb's role in the birth of modern architecture is magnified because he had an exceptional ability to explain his core principles. His 5 points of new architecture formed the backbone of his architectural thought in the 1920s. These 5 points set the most direct set of ideas in architectural theory, which he successfully demonstrated through his numerous architectural buildings, especially the Villa Savoye. 5 points of architecture. In 1927, Le Corb published these 5 points of architecture, which he used constantly as the basis for his designs. The 5 points are as follows. 1. Pilotis. Grid of concrete or steel columns replace the load-bearing walls. By supporting the structures on pillars, the facades are able to be non-load-bearing and allows for an aesthetical lightness in the building. 2. Free facade. A balance between open and closed sections on the facade allows a connection with nature and the building site, but it also provides separation with the exterior. 3. Roof garden. On a flat roof, by covering it with vegetation, it grants further connection between the occupants and nature, but also from a construction standpoint, due to the constant necessary moisture, it provides natural layers of insulation. 4. Free ground plan. Due to pilotis, the absence of load-bearing walls allows for a flexible use of living space. Corb was also fond of dividing spaces through screen elements instead. It also creates a lighter interior feel. And 5 are horizontal windows. The horizontal orientation will cut through the non-load-bearing walls on the facade. It will provide even more light in the structure and gives interior spaces a lighter feel with more views of the surroundings. Although Corb's 5 points of architecture are best illustrated through the Villa Savoye, here are other examples of modern architecture influenced by these same points to check out. That is it for today's video. I hope you learned something new. Give this a like, share it with your mom.